WSMV4 News Midday starts now with this breaking news alert.
And that breaking news, Hurricane Milton is now a Category 5 storm, and it is taking aim at Florida. Thanks for being with us. I'm Carly Gordon.
I'm Alexandra Adams. Yeah, so here's the timeline of what we've learned so far this morning. Hurricane Milton became a Category 2 around 4 a.m. Then just after 8 a.m. it strengthened to a Category 4, and now it's a 5. NBC's Marissa Parra has more from Tampa.
I'm Marissa Parra reporting from Tampa and Hillsborough County, which is one of the over 50 counties under a state of emergency in Florida. We are seeing mandatory evacuations up and down the Gulf Coast. Governor Ron DeSantis is expecting a mass amount of people to evacuate. They're actually thinking this could be the largest amount of evacuations that we have seen in the state of Florida since Hurricane Irma in 2017, when nearly 7 million people took to the roads. Another thing that the state is keeping a very close eye on are those debris piles left over from Hurricane Helene. Remember, these are communities that are left vulnerable from that hurricane just over 1 week ago, and even Hurricane Debbie in August. So a big concern here are those debris piles, which Governor Ron DeSantis says is going to be a 24/7 job to clear. Normally, it would take months to clear that kind of debris, which of course poses a risk as projectiles. Now they have a matter of days.
All right, that was Melissa Parr reporting. And of course, our First Alert team is keeping an eye on that powerful storm.
Yeah, so back here in the mid-state, we're dealing with some nice fall weather, but my goodness, our First Alert meteorologist Cruz Medina, though, tracking the storm system. I mean, Cruz, you got to think a lot of people from the mid-state down there in Florida right now for fall break.
Yes, and I hope that they are evacuating, heeding those orders, because this storm means business. I mean, it strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane yesterday afternoon, and in less than 24 hours, we have a Category 5 now. So here's the latest track on it from the National Hurricane Center. This is their latest update, 160-mile-per-hour wind. So that actually is 5 miles above what you need to have a Category 5 storm. This is going to scrape the northernmost portion of the Yucatan Peninsula and continue its track off to the northwest as we go through the next few days. This will start impacting Florida as early as Tuesday night and will continue its impacts as a major hurricane as it hits the Florida Peninsula. So here's a Category 3 by Wednesday, 8 p.m., crossing central Florida right around the I-4 corridor and bringing devastating impacts to that area. Here's the latest view of it. You can see it's got a small eye, very, very strong winds with this storm, and thankfully it poses no threat to the mid-state. So for today, because we've got all this sunshine, you want to get outside at all for any reason, I'd say go for it. We've got nice conditions lasting even into the afternoon. Temperatures only rising to the 70s today. We'll talk more about any impacts we can expect throughout the week, any rainfall coming up in your First Alert forecast. Carly?
We've got more breaking news here at midday. We have learned the 10-year-old that was killed in a hit-and-run crash was a 5th grader at Tusculum Elementary. It happened Saturday night. Police say Laura Ramirez Gonzalez was riding an electric scooter with her daughter Emily on Nolensville Pike, and that's when they were hit. Emily died. Her mother remains at Vanderbilt in critical condition. Ali Sharma and Lindsay Pickett say witnessing that crash is something they will never forget.
All of a sudden, there's this red, it looked like a red flash. I mean, it happened so fast. That car hit them head on. And then the next thing we saw was the mom. She was in the air.
The driver took off. Metro Police released these photos of the suspect's vehicle. They say it is a red Nissan with a temporary tag. It will have front end damage and a busted headlight.
And developing right now, Metro Nashville Police are also trying to figure out what happened before a 15-year-old girl was shot and killed. Police are telling us that Genesis Gonzalez was a runaway from Arkansas. Now, investigators spoke to the man who drove her to the hospital. Now, he told police that she asked him to pick her up from Smith Springs Park. Now, when he got there, Gonzalez was there with 2 men and a woman. That man told police that they were walking to his car when Gonzalez was shot. The 3 people ran off. Gonzalez died at the hospital. Police are now working to identify those people that she was with.
The TBI is investigating a deadly shooting involving a Metro police officer and a suspected armed carjacker. Now, this all started Friday night on Rosa Parks Boulevard. Police say the suspect was driving a Kia with his girlfriend in the passenger seat. They crashed into the back of an Uber driver's minivan. Investigators say the suspect fired a shot through his windshield, then stole the Uber at gunpoint.
The car that hit us, they stole this man's car. He had a gun.
Police say that suspect was 26-year-old Adam Rodriguez. He drove off in the van to Buena Vista. Officers used spike strips to stop him, but then Rodriguez took off running and was confronted by Officer Pierce Moore behind a house on 10th Avenue North.
Show me your hands! Drop the gun!
Yeah, so intense there. Body camera video shows the officer repeatedly asking Rodriguez to drop the gun before he ran onto the porch. Police say Rodriguez was shot when he pointed a gun at the officer. He died at the hospital. The Davidson County District Attorney's Office is also now involved in the investigation.
And new today, police are now working to identify a man found in the Cumberland River. Metro Nashville police are saying that a father and son were out fishing. Their body found yesterday. Now, this happened in the Whites Creek area. Police say that man appears to be in his 30s or 40s. Investigators also say at first check he had no obvious signs of trauma.
Meanwhile, we have learned that TEMA is now reporting yet another weather-related death from Hurricane Helene. Officials now say there are at least 12 people that died in the aftermath of that crippling storm. According to the TBI, 15 people are still missing in areas impacted by flooding there in East Tennessee. That number is actually way down. At its peak, more than 100 people were missing.
And now to another update here. President Joe Biden has called on 500 more active troops to help with cleanup across the Southeast. Now, they will also be delivering much needed aid. Vice President Kamala Harris toured the damage over the weekend in North Carolina. Search and rescue missions are underway as I speak. Many residents were told that they may not have running water for another week. Connectivity is another big issue. All right, well, that lack of
our communications are down. I mean, I still don't have any internet at home.
Well, that lack of communication has lawmakers trying to shut down theories about the federal response. There are some rumors that FEMA is diverting emergency funds to immigrants. North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis here. More on that.
We could have a discussion about the failure of this administration's border policies, but right now, not yet is it affecting the flow of resources to Western North Carolina.
Well, FEMA and the North Carolina Department of Public Safety have published web pages to debunk those rumors. Now in Asheville, 14,000 applications for assistance have already been approved, and $27 million in aid has already been sent out statewide.
A man was hit by the WeGo commuter train, and now Lebanon police are investigating. The crash happened on Friday near Martha Station. Police say 41-year-old James Joplin Jr. died there at the scene. No one on the train was hurt.
Your time is now 11:08, and this week state lawmakers are launching a new campaign to tackle traffic and pothole problems across the state. This is called Rocky Top, not Rocky Roads. Now you're going to see some billboards all across the mid-state with messages about road construction. They'll be placed in areas that drivers are frustrated with. Tennessee does rank 9th in the nation for the most fatalities in traffic.
It's bad. Traffic is congested. By the time you get close to the airport, right? Usually about Bradley Parkway, it just starts getting bottlenecked, congested, and there's no reason.
It's 210C going on to 4th Avenue if you're in the Wedgwood, Houston area. And that one coming off the interstate, getting onto that exit is always, honestly, a fight for my life.
Yeah, some lawmakers have suggested partnering with local governments to look into solutions like light rails to solve these issues quicker. A handful of Tennessee lawmakers will hold a press conference come tomorrow to talk about other ways they plan to tackle these road issues. We're going to be there ourselves, our team. We'll let you know what happens.
A major cyber attack left millions of patients at risk. Coming up, what's being done now to hopefully prevent that from happening again?